Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time for the Adrian's Daily Dose or even the early morning get up. Time to get our day started off in positivity. And look at it. I'm actually on time. I've been here and everything. So, good morning. I hope you are looking forward to having a great and fabulous, magnificent day because you deserve to. Man, I'm telling y'all something. It's cold as a mug. I am in St. Louis. It is 37 degrees. And it's raining. It's cold. I got on my coat and everything. I'm going to find some gloves and a hat and a scarf. I don't even be outside like that. And I don't even wear that stuff. But it's cold as a mug. So, I'm going to find something somewhere. Good morning, Lo. So, yeah, man, I did good today. Listen, I set all my alarms. So I took care of some stuff last night. I got my alarm set, and this is what I did, Lo, in order to be on time. I not only set my time for 5 o'clock, I set it for 4:30. So at 4:30, I realized it was 4:30. It was going to be time for me to start moving and grooving, right? So then around about 5, I was halfway up, and so I was able to get up to start, doing my prayer. Got up to do my prayer. I was rocking and rolling. Got that done and got able to, by 6 o'clock, by 5:30, I think, either 5:30 or 6, one of them, I did my reading or whatever for my morning, and then I was even able to lay back down for a second, get my bearings back together, and then by the time 7 rolled around, I'm like, okay, I got to start stirring up and making sure that I'm dressed and up and out, and I did my engagements and things like that this morning, so I'm rocking and rolling. And I even came downstairs on time. I was here at 7:45. I was on time, and then I was, still engaging, so, that's what made me a little late. I forgot my post. So, but 7:46, I was here, so I'm better than being here at 8 o'clock. So, I'm working on it, man. I promise I'm out there to do the best that I can, and I don't want y'all sitting back waiting on me because I'm slow. Or because stuff start going crazy at the end of the day, or I can't find something and things like that. That's not y'all fault. So I got to get myself together in order to be able to be on time and to be able to be consistent and stuff like that, because it's very important. It's important that you show up when people are looking for you, because after a while, if you don't show up when people are looking for you, people going to stop looking for you. That's one of the things we got to realize, that in life that it might not be something that we're able to do all the time. Put some heat on my feet, man. It's cold. People not always ready to do all the time, but you got to make sure that you are present. When you are present and you're doing what you're supposed to do, man, people look for you at certain times and certain places and things like that. And we know life happens, but there ought to be some organization in your world. So I know that's what I'm trying to teach myself, is organization being in my world. And it's good that I'm consistent, but I must be consistent with my time as well. So I was looking at a couple of things, because I do know that I have this new page and everything, and maybe people still haven't understood or gravitated toward the new page. I know if I go back to my old page, people will see me, but I'm telling you about the new page, man. Because my old page, is for something else, basically. And so, I'm trying to get everything I'm trying to get everything working, and I'm trying to get everything moving and grooving. Good morning. And so, yes, I am excited about what's happening. I'm telling you, because I know, and I've been I don't know why it doesn't pop up. If you put me on see first, I think it should pop up every time I go live. But for whatever reason, if this new page isn't popping up, I need to know, because I need to know what to do. Because I want people to still be able to see me. Other than that, I'm going to have to be periodically going back and forth between pages. So, I don't know why it's not showing up. I try to be on here so you can see, and so that, you're able to, know what's going on. But, again, I don't run Facebook, so I don't really know how they show stuff. I do my engagements and things like that. So I don't know if that has to do anything. Yeah, but so what I have to do, I'm usually on here. It's rare that I'm going on my other one. I did that other one on my birthday just because I just felt like it. I just felt like it. I knew more people would see that on there. So, yeah, so hopefully we'll start getting into where it's popping up if I get enough views. That's what I think what it is, Lo, is I have to have more views in order for it to pop up like that. I have to get more people to see it. in order for it to pop up or for Facebook to let other people be engaged with it. So I got to get more people to view it. So, you know, that kind of, it is and it ain't my issue that I need to control. Because I can't control who watches. I wish I could. Because I would love to be viral. I'm just saying. So, but anyway, today it is rainy. It's dreary. It looks scary. I guess it's getting prepared for Halloween weekend. I don't know. But it looks like a horror movie outside. It is all dark and raining and stuff like that. But guess what? We still alive. We still up. We still kicking. We still making it happen. We still smiling. We still shining. We still getting up and getting over. What up, Martin? We still making it happen. I was on time, dude. And so we still making it happen. So I said all that because I want, my expectation is different today again, because I'm looking forward to some stuff happening. I'm looking forward to some good news. I don't know how long I gotta wait for it, but I know that I'm going to be expecting good news each and every day. What kind of good news? Any kind of good news. I like good news. I want to see some things happen and manifest. I want to see some things come together. I want to see some things be better than what it is. I want to see some turnaround be better than what it was. I thank God that I'm able to get up to see it. I thank God that I'm in a mindset to be able to look for better. I'm not down and out. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I'm not hurt. Nope. I don't even know what I want. I'm at the point, I don't know. I don't even know what I want. And I need to go grocery shopping. Yeah, so I haven't done any of that. It's just early. And I really don't like eating early. That's my biggest thing. I really don't like eating early. So, I got to start, doing a little bit better with that. But hey, Drew, good morning. So look, so now that we are in this next day, we're coming to October, coming to a close. Sad, cry, because it's my favorite month, because my birthday month. Still my birthday month, even though my birthday was over. It was great. My family kicked in and kicked it with me. My low came down and came to see me. My sister bought me a purse I've been looking at for a while. My mama hung out with me. My aunt cooked for me. My daughter came and hung out with me. She didn't buy me nothing, though. And she got money. I'm just saying. But my baby went bowling with me, so yeah. I had some people to reach out to me, and again, overflow and overflooded with happy birthday wishes and everything. I thank God for you all, and for everybody who did take the time to do just that, to wish me a happy birthday. I appreciate you. I appreciate when people, just take the time out of their schedule just to do something nice for me. So I appreciate all of that. So now look, y'all. Now that we're coming to October, coming to a close, it's time to make some other goals, man. We still got 2 more months in this year. We still got 2 more months, more months to be able to slip out our life, rock out our dreams, live out our fantasies, whatever it is we're doing. We still got time to make it happen. It's not over. It's not over. It's not done or anything. But what we got to know and what we got to manifest is what it is that we're going to do for our next, man, because 2021 will be here before you know it. You're going to blink and it's going to show up. You're going to try to see what's happening, and it's going to be right at your doorstep. It's going to be too late to get out the way, because you're going to be in the way. You're going to be in the position to where you got to do something else. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I just sit in the car, because in the apartment that I'm in with my niece, the reception in there is horrible, and I always cut off, and that's annoying. So I just come out to my car and I do my lives, and then I go back in the house because it's cold outside. But so what's going on and what's happening is that I just got to get somewhere. Y'all pray for me, man, because I got to get some stuff worked out so I can, find a place of residence, and for me and my girls, and things, still trying to come against me, but it's okay. God got me, like Mark tells me all the time, and I believe God, and I believe that He's going to work some things out for us. But I do thank God for my niece opening up her doors, for what she did, and I think I would like to believe that we are helping her to stop being such an introvert. She's so introverted. But, get some happy and some laughter in her life. I believe that that's one of the reasons why we are here with her. Because I don't care who you are and what you are. You can always want to be by yourself. But sometimes you just need some happy around you. You just need some people and some life around you. Because being around yourself and by yourself, even though you can't, because again, I love being by myself because I like my company. I like me. So, but when you're by yourself a lot, it causes depression. And I don't care if you're not trying to be depressed. It causes depression because it causes your mind to go back and say, well, why haven't anybody called me? Why hasn't anybody said anything to me? Why hasn't anybody checked on me? Why hasn't anybody been concerned? I know, because I lived that life. Even though I like being by myself, I like enjoying my company. I like quiet sometimes, but not all the time. I like quiet sometimes. I like to be able to hear myself think. I like to be able to run a bubble bath and don't have nobody busting in the doors on me. Stuff like that. I like taking a shower without having to let somebody coming in the room asking me questions. I like stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I want to hear some laughter. I want to hear some pitter-patter of feet. I want to hear other people besides myself so I don't go stir crazy and whatnot. So, again, I just think it's a part of you that just needs that human interaction. I don't care what nobody say. People can say all day long they a loner, all that junk that they be trying to make you believe. That's not true. You might be a loner, but sometimes loners need somebody too. Everybody, there used to be a song on a commercial. They say everybody needs somebody sometime. Everybody needs somebody somewhere. So don't sit back and think that, you just got to be by yourself every and all the time, and that's how God made you to be. He did not create you to be by yourself. Because if he wanted you to be by yourself, he would have never created Eve for Adam. He would have never created two people if he wanted everybody to be alone. That's not the point. That's not the case. You want to be surrounded by happy. You want to be surrounded by prosperity. You want to be surrounded by people doing something, people who are moving and shaking, people who are making things happen. Now, if they're a distraction, that's different. But if they're coming to increase your happy, if they're coming to increase your prosperity, if they're coming to increase your money, then you got to hold on to them. You ought to be around them. You ought to let them be a part of your life, because guess what? They're making it better. And it just hurts my heart sometimes just to see people who just want to be mad. People who just want to be by themselves. They just tune everything and everybody out, and they shut people out of their lives. But then they get sad because nobody is around them. That's something I will never understand. You push people away. You make people get out your life. And then when you by yourself, you want to act like it's the world against you. Well, you push the world away from you. Again, I know what I'm talking about because I did it. When I was at the point that I didn't want anybody in my life or in my world or in my mind around me, it was because I was already trying to be in a pity party. And if I would have put certain people in my life at that time, then they wouldn't have let me be in my pity party, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be sad and depressed and think that God didn't love me no more and all that nonsense. Because the devil had my mind captured at his will. And tried to make me think that I wasn't worth anything, and tried to make me feel like I couldn't do nothing, and tried to make me feel unloved and unwanted and uncared for. And so when he made me feel like that, that's all I wanted to do was to wallow in my mess. For no reason, man. I know a lot of things was going on in people, and I know a lot of things weren't happening for me, and things didn't go the way that I wanted to, but I took that stuff and I milked it for what it was worth. What does that mean? That means I stayed in by myself, and then when I would think, oh, well, ain't nobody came to see me, don't nobody ever call me, don't nobody ever check on me, if I die today, wouldn't nobody know it, and all kind of stupid stuff. But when I got to the point, right, and then you get mad because don't nobody want to be around you because all you do is be sad. Nobody wants to be around nobody sad all the time. Now, if you're going through something and you need comfort, that's different. But if you just choose to be sad just to be sad just so you can get some attention, because really and truly that's really all it is. You're searching for attention that you're not getting. And because you're searching for attention that you're not getting, you pile it on and pile it on and pile it on until somebody recognizes that you're drowning. That's what it is. And once you get that one person's attention that realizes that you're drowning, then you can say, well, this is what's going on. But it's going to be up to a point that you're not going to say anything or do anything or manifest anything until somebody recognizes what's going on with you. And then once you get to the point that they're recognizing what's going on with you, now you want them to react to you a certain way. You want them to come around. You want them to offer you to go places that you ain't going to go. You want them to ask if you want their company. You want them to seek you out, and you want them to look for you, and you want them to tell other people what's going on with you so everybody else can feel bad for you or feel sad for you or want to come and comfort you or want to come and put you in the forefront or on a pedestal for a second because you just want that attention. Now, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, whatever it is. It is what it is. I know because it's what I did. I wanted certain people to see me, and if they didn't see me, then I felt worse because those certain people didn't see me. Guess what, though? I was hurting the people who was seeing me. Because I felt like, because it seemed like I was treating them like chopped liver. I was treating them like they didn't matter. Their I loves you didn't matter. Their I need you didn't matter. Their girl you gonna be okay didn't matter because it was certain people I was looking for to say it who never said it. So it kept me in sadness, and it kept me in depression, it kept me in hurt. It kept me away from where I'm supposed to be because I kept looking for certain things and certain people. You got to realize that everybody that you want to be in your corner is not going to be in your corner. I don't care what family branch they in. I don't care what friend branch they in. I don't care what corporate mindset that they're in. I don't care if they're on your job, they're in your family, they're around the corner. If it's your big crush, if it's your little crush, I don't care who it is. Sometimes people are not going to be in your corner. Thank you, y'all. And the very people that you are what do they say, hitching your wagon to are the very people that's not going to be by your side. Yes, there's some people that I wish was pushing me further than they are. Yes, there's some people that I wish that was a bigger cheerleader than what they are. Yes, there are some people that I could not believe aren't backing me up like they should be. But guess what? At the end of the day, it ain't about them. You always trying to hurt me, and that on the side low, you was trying to, cause me pain. But I'm telling you, it's just like that. It's just when you get to the point where you just don't care. And this is a good and a bad thing. When you get to the point that you don't care, you got to watch it. Because when you get to the point that you don't care, and people care about you, or people don't want to be around you, or things like that, you got to be careful with that. Because if you get to the point that you don't care, and you act a certain way, you talk a certain way, you live a certain way, you dress a certain way, and at the end of the day, you're not being pleasing unto God. He's the one that gave you life. Not all them people you trying to make love you. Good morning, Vincent. Not all those people that you trying to make love you. Stop trying to make people love you and love the people that do love you. Stop going out of your way to try to put people in your circle that don't want to be there. Stop going out of your way trying to help those who don't want your help. Unless you're led and guided by the Holy Spirit to do something. And then after that, it's above you. It's no longer your situation. It's above you. If God steps in, it's above you. But when it's you're doing nothing but causing more harm to yourself because you're beating yourself up because of the people who don't approve of your life. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about because I did it for years. You're sitting back saying that your life isn't worth anything because certain people don't believe in your dream. You're sitting back saying that your life doesn't manifest the way that it's supposed to manifest because certain people not pushing you to your greatness. Those people that you thought were going to hang on tight. Those people that you thought were going to be able to build you to where you're supposed to be. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about friends you've been knowing for your entire life that don't support nothing that you do, that don't go to where you want them to go, that don't do it. A raggedy muffin. I'm telling you, those people who you thought was going to be right there next to you, that was going to walk hand in hand with you, and because they're family, I'm talking about everybody now, because they're family, you just assume that they're going to help you. Not so. It's not true. Because little do you believe, your family don't believe everything you believe. You got friends that don't believe everything you believe. Do you know they will believe you faster if you told them bad news than if you told them anything good about you? They'll believe. They'll believe it if you told them that you were failing at something, or that you couldn't make ends meet, or something was happening, or that you lost your job. Yeah, kids hurt your heart. They hurt your heart and your feelings, and they let you down. Even though you support them through everything they do. Give them money you don't have to make sure that their dreams happen. To make sure they got stuff. To take care of the grandkids when they can't. But when you need something, they act like you a stranger. They got stranger danger on the mind. They talking stranger danger. They don't know you no more. They can't impart their life or their beliefs or their money into what you're doing, even though you've done it for them their whole lives. But it's amazing how we look at things and how we look at people. But what you cannot do is minimize yourself or your self-worth because other people can't see it. Baby, that was one of the biggest turning points. I don't know what's going on with me in this earring right now. But one of the biggest turning points in my life was realizing I'm enough. Shoot. realizing I'm more than enough. Realize, man, I'm something like a big deal. I heard this guy say that to one time. I heard this guy I think I was working with at one time. He said, hey, man, I'm something like a big deal. I don't understand why you don't see that I'm a big deal. I'm loved out here. And you know what? It's the way that you have to think. Because I might say it as a joke, but real talk, you got to think like that. Because if you don't think like that about you, then you will never be able to shine and let other people see you like that. Yeah, and it's definitely, you got to cut off the people who don't want what you want, who don't see what you see. And it don't mean that you don't love them. It just means that you love you more. I had to learn that as well. But even in walking with somebody hand in hand, got marriage certificates and everything, that don't mean that they believe what you believe. That don't mean that they're going to do what you do. That don't mean that you should be. If you're married to somebody, you should be walking the same path. You should have the same ideas. You should have some type of compromise. Oh man, Vincent, you just said a mouthful right there. That's your right. Anything. And I promise you, since I've been a child, I've had this prayer. God, if there's anything in my life that keeps me from reaching you, take it out of my life. I've had that for years. And do you not understand that even though I prayed that prayer, I didn't really understand what I was saying at the time? Because as I got older and I started realizing certain people wasn't fitting the way that I felt, and certain people wasn't doing what I needed to do, oh my God, I'm telling you, when God was taking those people out of my life, I didn't understand it was because of the prayer that I prayed. I always prayed that prayer. Don't let nobody come into my life that's going to take my focus off of you. And when he started taking those people out of my life, I was all hurt on the inside, Vincent. I couldn't get over nothing. I was crying. I was upset. I was mad. But it's what I asked him to do. And it wasn't until later on in life that I realized that he took them out of my life because they was blocking my path to him. They were causing me to be upset. They were causing me to be mad. They were causing me to be evil. They were causing me to always complain. They were causing me all this heartache and pain and discombobulation and all that. And so once they got out of my life, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. You will be amazed. This gotta get some stuff. And you know, I'm not telling you it feels good, but it feels better than it did. It's not always easy to cut off people in your life, especially people you think they're supposed to be there. That's people that you thought you was gonna live and in this world with. But it's not easy. But guess what? As you continue to get up and grow, as you continue to know yourself, your healing process starts. And then again, you start to get that glow up because you feel better about yourself. You feel better about your life. You feel better about the things that are going on. But you cannot let anything or anybody drag you to the pit of hell where their mind is. Because if they're sad, they're in the pit. If they're frustrated, they're in the pit. If they're depending on other people, they're in the pit. If they can't do nothing for themselves, they're in the pit. In the pit in their mind that they can't make it, that they can't take it, and all they do is sit around and complain. And the only thing they do when they come around you is they sit around and complain. You can't have that. Because guess what? It brings your spirit right down to where theirs is. And if you got to the point that you can't bring their spirit back up, shake the dust off your feet. That job is not for you. It might not be up to you. It might be for somebody else. It might be for a friend. It might be for a family member. It might just be for Jesus himself. And you can't do nothing about it. So don't sit back and live and lose your life trying to build somebody else's. After a while, shake the dust from your feet and you keep on moving. But you don't let that person, you don't let nothing and nobody stop you from being able to live your life. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. I'm telling you because I sat back and I let somebody else dictate how I felt because of how they felt. And I wanted to be a support and I wanted to be there. And being a wife doesn't mean that you gotta do everything that your husband does, especially when he's wrong. And that's one of my biggest problems, that I can't hold you up when you're wrong. I don't care if you're my husband or not. I'm not going to hold up your wrong. I'm not going to cater to your sin. I'm not going to be a part of another man's sin. I don't care who you are. I got enough stuff to pay for when I meet Jesus. I don't have time to be carrying on my sins and yours. The devil is a lie. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grow up. I'm hoping you growing with me. But if you grow away from me instead of growing with me, then guess what? We're going to have to part ways. Because what I'm after is bigger than me. What I'm after is bigger than what I thought. What I'm after is more than what I've ever could thought possible. That's correct, Vincent. You're going to have to let some things go. Let some people go. And I'm telling you, it may not be easy. It may not be easy. Because it could be a family member. that you got to let go because they so freaking negative. It may be a spouse because they so freaking negative. And then this season, you don't have time for negativity. In this season, you got to be happy, glad, and excited about what God is going to do. He can't come bless you in your mess. God will not bless your mess. You can say whatever you want to. Good morning, Lakia. You can say whatever you want to, but God ain't finna bless your mess. He's giving you a choice. He's told you, choose life. You got power in your tongue. It's going to be in your tongue. Life and death is in your tongue. Listen. So not only is it in your tongue, you have a decision to make. Every single day that you get up, you got a decision to make. Every time you turn around, you got a decision to make. And that decision is whether you're going to live this life the way that you're supposed to or whether you're going to let life live you. He's told you, choose life. Choose life. He gives you a choice, but then he goes ahead and tells you, choose life. Because when you choose life, you're so much happier. When you choose life, you do so much more. When you choose life, you feel better. When you choose life, you have better opportunities afforded to you. When you choose life, people want to be around you. When you choose life, you are an inspiration. When you choose life, you can be an example. But when you choose death, your health goes crazy. Your mind goes crazy. Don't nobody want to be around you. Your friends are few. Your family is few. Nobody wants to be around somebody a sad sack on purpose. Now there are some people in this life, and I mean to tell you, there are some people in this life that are mean, mad, and upset because they feel like they got handed the short end of the stick. Maybe because I know a man that I work with that didn't believe in God because he was handicapped. That's what he told me. He didn't believe in God. There was no God because he was handicapped. Because he made a decision to go out and drive in a car and get in a car accident because I don't know, he was inebriated or not. But because he decided that he was going to make some steps and what happened in that particular situation caused him to lose his legs. So now there's no God because you made a bad decision. How they do that? And where they do that at? Nope. Where they do that at? And so now, because you got to afford this issue, and now you hate your life because of what happened to you. But it was your situation because you kind of did it. So you thought God was going to stop it because you was going too fast on the highway and things happened and then you lost your legs. God was supposed to stop that. Well, let me ask you, how much of God did you serve before that happened? How much God did you pray to before that happened? How much time did you spend worshiping him before that happened? I'm not saying that praise and worship will keep good things from happening to you. God knows that's not true. But what I am telling you is that it's amazing how we always want God to come to our rescue when we don't even acknowledge him until we in trouble. It's amazing to me how we always want God to jump in and be Captain Save him when we ain't trying to listen to nothing that he got to say beforehand. It's amazing to me how we want God to pull miracles out of miracles even though we don't even acknowledge that he exists. It's amazing to me how we want God to be able to come swooping down and save us in our inconsistency. How we want God to be able to show up on our behalf even though we don't never show up for him. It's amazing to me how much we put on God even though we don't want the responsibility of what he puts on us. But we want him to come and save us out of ourselves, save us from mess, save us from hurt, save us from pain, save us from issues, save us from everything. But when he says, would you go over there and tell them that I love them? I can't tell them that. I don't know them. I'm not finna go speak to them. They might think I'm crazy. I can't go over there and get that person a hug. They don't know me like that. Now, this is before the pandemic, and even in the pandemic, if God tells me to go hug somebody, even in the pandemic, I'm going to be obedient. Because there may be something that's going on with that person I know not of. And at that moment, they might not have nobody but somebody that's willing to be obedient to God, to give them a hug. And you never know what it does for a person. I remember hearing about a story about this lady that was in the supermarket, and she was just having a day. God said, hey, go over there and give her a hug. Don't know the lady, don't know nothing about her. Go over there and get that one right there, that one. Go over there and give her a hug. And at first the woman didn't want to do it. She said, I don't really, no, I'm not comfortable. God said, go over there and give her a hug. So she was obedient. She said, okay. Got up with the courage and she said, I just want to give you a hug. Gave the woman a hug. And she said, God bless you. She left. So by the time she got done doing her shopping or whatever, they got out and was going outside. The lady met her outside. She said, thank you. She said, I don't know who you are. She said, but I prayed to God and I asked him if he was really real to show me a sign that everything is going to be okay because I just lost my mother. and I had nobody else to turn to, and I didn't know what else to do, and I lost my best friend, and I didn't know what else to think, and I didn't know if God even heard my prayer. But because of your obedience, I know that everything is going to be all right. So come on, people, it ain't always about you. It's not always about you. God needs people, and he needs vessels to be able to let this world know that he's not left them. He's not forsaken them, and that he's here. He's here, and sometimes you might not think that your hello means something. You might not think your good morning means something. You might not think that that great job means something, but you never know what somebody else is going through. You never know how they feel. Some of the days that I get told that you look great and you look beautiful, you don't know the hell I went through the night before. You don't know how I might have cried through my pillow in that entire night, but I got up every morning and I put on a smile, because that's what I'm determined to do, is to make sure that my outside don't look like what I'm going through. So you got to know that there's some people out here fighting battles that you will never know of. But all we asking you to do is be a great person. Be who you're supposed to be. Shine bright. And you going to know the uplifting spirit that you might have will uplift somebody out of depression. It will uplift somebody out of sadness. It will uplift them when they've lost their mother, when they've lost their father, when they may have lost a child, when they may have lost a cousin, a sister, a brother, somebody. Lost somebody. And just you being who you are caused them to put a smile on their face. Maybe it did not heal everything, but it healed them for that moment that you were in their presence. Oh yeah, a smile can lead to deliverance. And one of the reasons why I do smile as much as I do, because I want somebody to be able to see that it ain't over, it ain't over, it ain't over. And I want you to know that your smile brightens many a days. Your smile helps somebody get through it. Your smile helps somebody to maintain the life that they know. It's going to be okay, y'all. But we got to be able to step out and be able to hear the voice in our inner ear. Go after your goals. Go after your dreams. Go after it. But please believe that your character must go with you. Because if you mean, evil, and nasty, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, mean, evil, and nasty. And I understand that the devil blesses his children as well, but it will be short-lived. Be a blessing, not a burden. Be a help, not a hurt. Not in this season, man. We are coming down to the final months in this year. The greatest wealth transfer ever is happening. If you want to be a part of it, get your character right. Love on somebody, talk to somebody, pick up a phone and reach out to people you haven't heard from. You will be amazed what it will do for somebody who hasn't heard anybody's voice in several months. It used to hurt my heart. I know I listen, and I do watch, and I like history, but I like to watch like real stuff. Like I don't do reality shows and all that stuff, but like when I hear about like celebrities, the things that I watch with celebrities is their lives, especially the ones who've died. Not necessarily the ones that are living, because they got a time and chance to change their life, but even if they don't, they have time. But those who died, and I look at the stories about how they died. I don't know why it interests me, but a lot of the people that we grow up seeing on TV and things like that died alone. Alone. I mean, nobody, not even their children, were in their lives. So money don't make you happy. I mean, even though I would like to try to see. Money doesn't keep you. Money isn't I'll say it like this. Money isn't the only thing that keeps you happy, keeps you going, keeps you smiling, keeps you shining. People keep you happy, shining, and all that. No, you don't have to have people around you 24/7, but to be able to live a life that you die and nobody knows you're dead for over a week, that's horrible. That's horrible. To live a life that nobody ever checks on you. You so mean and evil that don't nobody want to check on you. That's horrible. One last thing, I gotta go. I had a friend, and God bless her. I had a friend that I work with. Sweet lady. Her name was Karen. Sweet lady. And she would tell me about her family. And she had this, I think it was her niece. She had a niece that she said this girl was so mean and so evil. The girl died. This broke my heart. The young lady died. And nobody in her family, her friends she worked with, nobody had anything good to say about her. And as proof that they didn't have nothing good to say about her, Her obituary, y'all. Her obituary was nothing but pictures. Nobody, not even her mama, had anything good to say about her. That's horrible. Horrible. It was a 3-page obituary with no words. And Karen said the reason why there was no words because she was a horrible person. That is absolutely insane. That you live your life and nobody likes you. That's horrible. We got to get better, man. We got to do better. There is nothing in the world. How you going to be so bad your mama don't like you? That's crazy. That's insane. You know, everybody should have a favorite person. There's one person in everybody's life, in your family, that you usually gravitate to. Not for this young lady. And she said that didn't nobody have nothing because she was just a messy person. She was mean. She was all of this. But that's so bad that you live a life that nobody wants to say anything good to you about you. You lived your whole life. Well, she was a young lady. She was young when she passed. She was young. But nobody in the entire family, friends, any of that, nobody had anything nice to say about her. So all her obituary was pictures of her life. That's horrible. Let's live our lives so somebody ought to say something good about you. Somebody ought to be able to be glad that they met you. Somebody ought to be able to happy that you were in their presence. Somebody ought to be able to say, hey, I want my works to speak for me. I want somebody to say, man, that girl was crazy. She always came around and tried to make me happy. She tried to come around and make me smile. She did something. She always had good stories. She always did something that, made me feel better about myself. She always pushed me to better. I want my testimony to be something great. That I helped you to believe in yourself long enough to be able to get out of your own way. Yeah, that's definitely true. Get out of your own way. Do something better. Be able to uplift people. Hey, man, said that girl was a preacher. If she wasn't nothing else, she was somebody's preacher. If she wasn't else, she was an uplifter of the people. If she was nothing else, she helped me to feel better every day. She got up and she was consistent. She was actually somebody that changed her life by thinking about it. I want good to be spoken about me. And so I live my life so good can be spoken about me. I want to live my life that I please God first. And once I please him, everybody else is secondary. But I definitely want to have a good report with my dash. Make your dash mean something and not just hate. Make your dash mean something. Let somebody have something good to say about you. Let some people miss you when you gone. Live a life that people miss you. Live a life where people, when they think about you, they have happy thoughts. Not that they got bad thoughts because you was a mean, evil old man. You was a mean and evil old woman. Don't grow up and be mean. And just because you older, don't make you don't have to be mean. I heard somebody say the other day that old people are mean just because they getting older. That ain't true. Because everybody, it's true for some people. I won't say it's not true. It's true for some people because they said that their life might be over or they think that their life is over. Man, but there's people out here in their 70s and 80s living their best life. Out here, and they look better than some of these young people out here. It's some people out here 70 and 80 years old look like they in their 50s and 80 years old. Come on, man. There's some people out here living life. Don't sit back and let life live you and become mean, evil, and sad and depressed. And I know I got to go, y'all. It's been a minute. So I want you to be happy, excited. Even though it's raining outside, I start looking at rain like abundance. Every time raindrops fall on me, so is abundance. And so that's what I look at. And that's how I get over being mad, upset, and all that other stuff. I can't let my life pass me by anymore. And I think you ought to do the same. Know that you are possible. You are great. You are fearfully, beautifully, and wonderfully made. There is nothing too hard for God, so there cannot be anything too hard for you. Realize that you are here in a purpose, with a purpose, and for a purpose. God loved you on purpose, man. He made you to open up your eyes today because you're not done yet. So get up and do the will and the work of God so you can be able to live and rock out loud. You're going to live this life and you're going to do it to the best of your ability. That's what he got you here for. To live as an example, a living, moving, breathing example of who he is, what he does, and how he loves. All right, y'all. So remember that tomorrow we're going to be live on the radio, Making Wealth Real broadcast. And we're still going to be able to take some calls. We're going to do just that. We're going to get some information out there to you. We're going to pray for you. We're going to do some stuff. So get out there. Come on. Jubilee 690 at 10:30 Central Standard Time. 8:30 what? Pacific, and then 11:30 Eastern. Mountain time is I gotta remember this, but mountain time I think is like 9:30. So all of those times we're gonna be on the radio. Come out and support. If you want to support and help keep the radio broadcast going, and just want to send a donation, it is $ The Adrian's Radio Live, and that helps to support the radio ministry that I have going on. But we also gonna still get together with that YouTube page, The Adrian's Daily Dose. We still getting together with Making Wealth Real. We are gonna do some stuff. So I got jobs open. I got job openings, y'all. Things are happening in this atmosphere. Everybody's not losing in this pandemic. So come on, let's get together and let's help one another. We're gonna get this together. We're gonna rock it out. We're gonna talk out the best of our ability, but we're gonna put each other on the map. Because that's what we do. We are helpers one to another, y'all. Like to share this comment. Let somebody else be encouraged. Be out there and be the best version of yourself, because that's what God expects of you. The life that he gave you is your gift, but the gift that you give back to him is how you live it. Realize that. The right calling number. That's true. I am going to make sure that I get all of that information, and I will definitely have it for you tomorrow morning. I'll get all the numbers and everything, and I'll put them out there. I'll even put it on the post so that everybody will have it, and that way everybody will be able to call in, and we can get as many calls through as we possibly can. Okay, y'all, I love y'all to life. Thank you guys so much for joining with me, sticking with me, listening to me rant today. I just love you to life. Have a great day, everybody.